prison.
The states and the state of the economy, the impact of this fiscal cliff on states like Wisconsin, taking center stage at the White House today as Governor Walker shared his ideas on how to avoid a crisis. Fox 6's Mike Lowe has more from the White House tonight. It is our political lowdown from Washington.
Governor Scott Walker meets with the president here at the White House, bringing an urgent message from Wisconsin to Washington.
We felt it was imperative for us to focus in on things that unite us, Republican and Democrat alike, and so that's really what we focused in on.
Governor Scott Walker says the only way to move forward is together, standing shoulder to shoulder with 5 other governors, all members of the National Association Executive Committee.
We are 3 Democrats and 3 Republicans.
Walker says the meeting with the president was a positive first step toward resolving the crisis, as he was attempting to represent all 50 states.
Our focus today was not to endorse a specific plan, nor to dismiss a specific plan, but rather to point out, as Gary just mentioned, as governors, we think it's important that we have a seat at the table.
The discussions in Washington deal with how to reduce the nation's budget deficit and accumulating debt. Democrats say we should raise taxes on the wealthiest Americans, but Republicans say they believe it can be done with spending cuts. Delaware Democrat Jack Markell.
None of us want to see taxes on middle-class folks go up. And we think it would have a significantly negative impact on our economy, but we're not back in one particular plan or the other.
We're not elected to fix all the problems in Washington. The president and the members of Congress are here to do that. We're here to offer a resource in a way that can help not just our state governments, but the people we represent in each of our states.
The deadline to reach a deal to avoid the fiscal cliff is the end of the year. Reporting at the White House, Mike Lowe, Fox 6 News.
We are less than 1 month away from that fiscal cliff deadline, and after weeks of talks, congressional Republicans submit their first offer in the negotiations. Republicans propose $800 billion in new revenue generated by tax deduction eliminations and over $1 trillion cuts in dollars in spending cuts. It's a counteroffer to the president's proposal, which increases taxes on the wealthy while keeping middle-class rates the same.
We are not going to simply cut our way to prosperity or to cut our way out of this deficit problem that we have. We're going to need more revenues, and in order to do that, that starts with higher rates for the folks at the top.
The Democrats have been adamant about saying, we want more revenue, we want more revenue. Well, the House Republicans have come up with $800 billion in revenue. They've kept the rates down, but they've also had entitlement cuts and they've had spending cuts. So I think you're going to find a deal somewhere in the middle.
Again, lawmakers now have less than 4 weeks. If no deal is reached, everyone's tax rates will go up. An average family will pay about $2,200 more per year. Well, for students, this is already a tough time of the year, trying to wrap up the semester with final exams coming soon. But for Marquette students, there's an added worry.
It was a little scary because especially it was pretty early at night.